Robert Castle. This is the next in a series of short takes on topics of importance in the realm of performance and leadership. Today, I'm going to talk about a phrase that I hear a lot in management circles and that I used to say quite frequently myself, but that I now avoid. And that phrase is fake it till you make it. It's a cliche. It's supposedly a feel-good phrase that seems to roll off people's tongues quite frequently, but it has a dark side. On one hand, there are some things that I like about it, but on the other hand, I think it sends the wrong message. And by the end of this video, I think you'll agree with me that something doesn't feel quite right about it, and you may decide to use it a lot less frequently, just like I did. Let's explore, shall we? First, let's start with what I like about the phrase. Fake it till you make it. It's catchy, it rhymes, great. The second thing I like about the phrase is that it has positive intentions behind it. If you're doing something new and you want to get better at it or reach a higher level of performance, whether it's riding a bike or baking a cake, you've got to go out there and do it. You've got to make it automatic. You've got to make it yours. And this phrase acknowledges that altogether natural feeling of discomfort that you get when you're just getting started trying something new. You might feel like you're faking it, but just keep going and eventually you'll make it. So I think the intention behind the phrase is great. And it's trying to give people encouragement to just keep trying, just keep doing it until the time comes when you've achieved your goal. Finally, I like that the phrase encourages action, albeit in a backhanded way. The phrase encourages individuals to keep faking it until you make it. And it's not just about studying something, it's about doing. So you can read all the books about something that you want, but if you don't put it into practice, if you don't do what those books teach, it's not going to happen for you. So that's what I like. That's what I like about the phrase. Now, here's the dark side. Here's what I don't like. First off, the word fake. People don't like to be thought of as fake or to think of themselves as fakers because fakers are tricksters, or even worse, liars. Just because you're doing something new and building skills and competence at something new doesn't mean you're a trickster or a liar. Now, when someone thinks, oh, I'll just fake it till I make it, they're very suddenly reinforcing and emphasize the notion that they're faking, that what they are doing is in fact disingenuous, which isn't really true, by the way. They're just doing something new that they're unfamiliar with. They're not fakers. So the phrase generates a level of resistance that reduces effectiveness by implicitly emphasizing the notion of fakery. Now, this is almost certainly unintentional, of course, but words do mean things, and your mind knows that words mean things, and it picks up on these subtleties. So when you say fake it till you make it, you're subtly generating a form of cognitive dissonance. The second thing I don't like about it is the until you make it part. It puts out a rather ambiguous goal somewhere out into the undetermined future. It's not a SMART goal for sure, and I know it's not a technique for creating SMART goals. But when you're saying something like this to yourself, I think it's better if you do have a specific goal in mind. Ultimately, the phrase for me has cognitive dissonance built into it, and it winds up being more trouble than it's worth. Now, I can hear people out there saying, come on, man, you're just being way too picky. Just relax, just lay off of it. No, I'm suggesting to you that you be much more intentional and deliberate about the words that you choose to say to yourself. Let's give a common example. A lot of business people use the phrase fake it till you make it when trying to refer to them building skills about speaking in front of groups. And I agree that until you make speaking in front of groups familiar to you, until you do it repeatedly, you're unlikely to feel comfortable. You're unlikely to feel relaxed, and you're unlikely to feel at ease. So When you're in that learning stage, you're likely to feel awkward, and that would be totally natural to be experiencing these feelings of discomfort and awkwardness. Here's what I'm suggesting. Instead of saying, I'm going to fake it till I make it, be much more deliberate and intentional about what you say to yourself. Say, I'm going to speak in front of groups 10 times in the next 6 months using the public speaking techniques that I learned from my speaking coach. And that will significantly improve my skill level at this activity. This honors where you are today and sets a specific target for where you'd like to go in the future. So what do you think? That's my take on faking it till you make it. Thank you for listening. I hope it helps. I appreciate you. If you found this worthwhile, please like and subscribe. And if you have a suggestion for a future topic, contact me, and I'll consider doing a short take on it sometime in the future. Take care.